Hi students, today ICSE class 8 maths chapter 17 quadrilaterals is our topic. Let us see what is the definition, parts of a quadrilateral and the basic properties, flow chart, which how many types of quadrilaterals, and afterwards we will enter into exercise 17a. Basically, so there are two types of quadrilaterals. So concave and convex. So what is a quadrilateral first of all, which is a four-sided closed figure. We begin our journey joining 2 points, and if you two lines join, 2 line segments angle, and 3 line segments triangle, and so 2 triangles if attached, we will get one figure, four-sided closed figure, that is called quadrilateral. So our journey begins from line segment and a point, that we know. So quadrilateral is a four-sided closed figure. So I can draw like this also. So two different ways I will draw. So this is my first way of drawing. Anyway, here also 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sides I have. So this is also quadrilateral. And so this is also one more quadrilateral, because only thing what we must have, only 4 sides we must have. So even here also all 4 sides. Now what do you call this triangle, this quadrilateral and this? So now this is depends on first observation. So here one angle is greater than 180 degrees, and here all angles are less than 180. Every angle less than 180. It may be 170 or 120, 130, but definitely less than 180. And if I start drawing the diagonals, I can draw only one diagonal inside, but the other diagonal is coming outside. As you know, diagonal nothing but joining the two opposite corners. So consider your room is there. In your room, if you join from that corner and this corner, so that is called diagonal. Now let us see this quadrilateral. So this is diagonal 1, and we will get diagonal 2. So this is a concave quadrilateral, convex quadrilateral. So these are general classification of quadrilaterals. Now let us see actually different types of quadrilaterals we will see in the flow chart. Okay. So now let us see the right from the beginning, introduction, and we will see different parts of a quadrilateral. Okay. Right. Now coming to definition, it's a four-sided closed figure. Simple definition, four-sided closed figure. Okay, four-sided closed figure means all should be line segments compulsory. And what are the parts of a quadrilateral? So I have taken a quadrilateral here. As soon as I have drawn, I have 4 vertices, A, B, C, D, or the 4 vertices. So remember children, I should not call this quadrilateral as A, B, C, D. When I am going in one direction, one path, my journey started at 1, at vertex A, and next vertex should be B. Then I have to visit D. Then I have to visit C. So this quadrilateral is ABDC, not ABCD, remember. So if you want to give this name as ABCD, it should be third vertex should be C and the fourth vertex should be D. And these have 4 different names. I can say ABCD or DCDA, BCDA, or CDAB, or DABC. Even reverse order also possible. ADCB, DCBA, CBAD, like that. So we can give 8 names we can give. But so while we are giving name, there should be meaning. So that is why order ABCD I have given. Okay. So now first thing, so we have sides A, B, B, C and so on, you know that. So that is why I am not writing A, B, B, C, C, D, D, A are the 4 sides. And second thing, AC and BD are the diagonals. AC and BD are the diagonals. Okay. So third thing, AB has 2 adjacent sides. AD is the adjacent as well as BC is the adjacent. So this particular side has, so 1, neighbor 2. These 2 neighbors are adjacent to AB side, and AB and CD which is not neighbor, so that is called opposite side. Fourth point, AB and CD are the opposite sides. Similarly, AD and BC are the opposite sides. Now coming to angles. Angle A, C, angle A and C are opposite angles. These are opposite angles. Similarly, angle B and angle D are opposite angles. But when you compare angle A, so A has two neighbors. What are the two neighbors? Angle B and angle D. So these two are called adjacent angles, angle B and angle D. For particular what angle B, A and C are the adjacent angles. Opposite angles, adjacent angles. Now we have reached one important point. Let us see. Now I am joining AC. As soon as I have drawn, so A has broken into, A has splitted into two angles. So this is the first one. So this red color one is the first angle. And the next angle is empty angle. So we have to give the name of this particular angle, that is important. If you compare, this is the triangle 1. In triangle 1, so this red color angle whatever I marked, that lies between when I join AC and AB. When I joined AC and AB, so this angle A lies between B and C. So we can write BAC. So this is angle BAC, or the same angle you can begin from vertex C, CAB, like this also you can. And if I want to mark B and D like that, I can say angle B and angle D. And this particular angle you have to name it as ACB or else BCA. Remember that point. Very, very important. Now we reach to third thing, properties of a quadrilateral. So when you see properties, it has four angles it has, okay, and sum of angles, this is the main point. Sum of interior angles is equal to 360. Similarly, sum of exterior angle also 360. Remember it. For any polygon, sum of exterior angles is 360. It has four sides and it has two diagonals. Okay, so that's all. And depends on each different type of quadrilateral will have different properties. Properties will be elaborated. Properties will be explained clearly or elaborated. So that we will see depends on each quadrilateral. So few properties will be increased. So now let us see the flow chart, which is very, very important. Now let us see, so different types of quadrilateral. So based on main part is parallelogram. So parallelogram and non-parallelograms. Okay. So under parallelograms we have, so if all sides are equal, so then we have one more criteria. So if diagonals are equal or not, that also we have to check. If diagonals are equal, if the condition is satisfied, yes. If the condition is yes, so it is called square. If the diagonals are not equal, condition is failed, so no, so that is called rhombus. Okay. Now if only opposite sides are equal, okay, let us see full this flow chart. Right. So if all the diagonals are equal, then condition is satisfied, it is square. Diagonals are not equal, it is called rhombus. And only if in a parallelogram, if opposite sides are equal and diagonals are equal, it is called rectangle. Diagonals are not equal, parallelogram. Okay, generally in any parallelogram, so diagonals are not equal. And so next category, so next type, non-parallelograms, which are not parallelograms. So first figure is the trapezium, second figure is kite, and the third quadrilateral is isosceles trapezium. Remember, in isosceles trapezium, diagonals are equal, d1 is equal to d2. Remember that point. Okay. So in this flow chart, first thing, square, rectangle, isosceles trapezium. In the three figures, so the diagonals are equal. Remember that important point. Okay. Now we reach to most important point. So that is only one and only one property. So that will satisfy all the, what do you call, all the questions what are related in exercise 17a. Angle sum property. Remember, angle sum property of a quadrilateral. Okay, so that is equal to 360 degrees. Sum of angles, interior angles especially, of a quadrilateral is equal to 360. Based on that, we are going to see exercise 17a numericals. So children, go through the example questions also. Example 3 is very important. Okay. Question number 1. I'll write the details. So question number 1 is like this. So we have to solve this within 30 seconds. So three angles of a quadrilateral are given. We have to find out the fourth angle. So what is the angle sum property? So sum of angles in a quadrilateral is equal to 360. That statement we have to write. So let the fourth angle be, be x degrees. Okay. So therefore, but sum of the angles, 4 angles is equal to 360 degrees. So that is why I am going this. X degrees is equal to 360. Now add it. 60 plus 70, 68 plus 78 is equal to 142. 142 plus 8, 150 plus 100, 250. So 250 degrees plus x degrees is equal to 360. So subtract 250 to the, from transpose and subtract. X is equal to 360 minus 250 degrees. So that is equal to 110 degrees. Okay. So the fourth angle is equal to 110 degrees. So like this we can calculate. Simple question. Next, question number 2 is important. There is a chance of asking this question in exams. So the ratio of the 4 angles of a quadrilateral are given 4:3:2:6. So it may be 40 or it may be 30, 20, 60. So that is the meaning. So we have to multiply with a common multiple here, common factor. So what we do, let the four angles be 4x, 3x, 2x, 6x. Okay. But what we know, sum of angles. So sum of angles in a quadrilateral is equal to 360. So this property we will always use here. Add it. 4x plus 3x degrees plus 2x degrees plus 6x degrees is equal to 360. Now add it. 6 plus 4, 10, 13, 12, 15. 15x degrees is equal to 360. So x is equal to 360 divided by 15. So 15 2s are 30, you know that. 15 4s are 60. So x is equal to 24 degrees. So we got x. Now we can calculate all the angles. First angle, you have to write the text, but I am writing here first. So first angle 4x, which is equal to 4 into 24. So 4 4s are 16, 4 2s are 8, 96. And the second angle, so second angle is equal to, what is the second angle? 3x. So that is equal to 3 into 24, which is equal to 72. 3 4s are 12, 3 2s are 6, 72. And the third angle will be 2x. So 2 into 24, which is equal to 48. And the fourth angle will be is equal to 6x. So 6 into 24, 6 4s are 24, 2 carry, 6 2s are 12, 14, 144 degrees. So like this we will calculate all the 4 angles of a quadrilateral when the ratio of the 4 angles are given. Okay, important question. So next question. In a quadrilateral, I am not writing quadrilateral, children, you have to write. So in a quadrilateral, the three angles are in the ratio of 2:5:6, and the fourth angle is given as 100 degrees measure. We have to find out the measure of the three angles we have to calculate. So what you have, let the three angles be, so fourth angle I know, so remaining three angles I don't know, but I know just ratios, that's it. So I have to assume as, let the three angles be 2x degrees, 5x and 6x. 6x degrees. But what you know, angle sum property. So sum of angles in a quadrilateral. Sum of angles in a quadrilateral is equal to 360. Please highlight it so that there is a difference. So we can consider this as a formula or the logic or base which you have applied. So 2x degrees plus 5x plus 6x plus 100 degrees is equal to 360. So 5 plus 6 11 plus 13, 13x is equal to subtract 100 to and transpose to the right side and to subtract, we will get 26. 13 ones are 13 twos are 26, so 20. X is equal to 20 degrees. So when you know x, all the angles you have calculated. First angle, so what is the first angle? 2x. So 2 into 20, that is equal to 40 degrees. First one completed. And the second one, so second angle, which is 5x. So that is equal to 5 into 20, which is equal to 100 degrees. Next, third angle. So what is the third angle? 6x. So that is equal to 6 into 20, which is equal to 120 degrees. So that's it. Okay. Next question. Fourth question I am not solving. It is very familiar, very similar to previous questions. Question number 5 is important. What is question number 5? Two angles are given 116 degrees and 84 degrees of a quadrilateral, and the remaining two angles are equal. So this is the given information, given data I have written. So let the third angle, so third and fourth, let us give the name, third and fourth angle be x degrees. So third is equal to fourth is equal to x degrees. So because both are equal, already mentioned. But what you know, angle sum property. So sum of angles in a quadrilateral is equal to, so angle sum or sum of angles in a quadrilateral is equal to 360. So that is 116 degrees plus 84 plus, so remaining two angles, what are they? X plus x degrees. Two angles is equal to 360 degrees. Now these two are 2x degrees plus 116 plus 84. So which is equal to 90, 100, 200. So 200 degrees is equal to 360. Okay now. So 2x is equal to, subtract 200 after transposing to the right side, will get 160. So 2 ones are 2 8s are, 2 8 is 160. So x is equal to 80 degrees. We got x is equal to 80 degrees. Then we have to calculate these two, third angle and fourth angle. So therefore the third angle will be is equal to 80 degrees, and similarly fourth angle also 80 degrees, because that only we assumed, yes or no. So fourth angle is equal to again 80 degrees. 80 plus 80, 160, 160, and this altogether 200. So which is equal to 360. Angle sum property satisfied. Sixth question. So the measure of three angles of a quadrilateral are equal, given, and measure of the fourth angle is 75 degrees. We must calculate all the three angles. So let the second and third and fourth angles equal to x, means second angle x degrees and third also equal to, all three angles are equal. Otherwise you can write like this: second angle is equal to third angle is equal to fourth angle is equal to, so x degrees. But angle sum property, so angle sum is equal to 360 degrees. This fact we know. So therefore add all the three angles plus the given fourth angle. So that is equal to 75 degrees is equal to 360. Now simplify. 3x is equal to 360 minus 75, because if you transpose and subtract, positive will become plus, minus will, plus will become minus. So 3x is equal to, so 300 minus 75 is equal to 225 plus 60, 285. Okay. So 3 1s are 3 9s are 27, 3 5s are. So x is equal to 95 degrees. Okay. So we got x value. Remaining three angles are 95 plus 95 plus 95. 395s plus 75 degrees is equal to, so 360. Therefore first angle and second and third fourth. First angle, measure of first angle is equal to measure of second angle is equal to and measure of third angle is equal to 95 degrees each one. Next, so okay children, so this question is very important. So there is a high possibility of asking this question in the exam generally. So this question is almost same as the question number 3, example 3. So the 4 angles are we have given which are variable form 5x, 3x plus 10. We have to calculate measure of all the angles by calculating x. As you know, sum of angles is equal to 360. The same statement you have to write. So what is that? 5x degrees plus, and so I have written sum of all angles. Now remove the brackets and add 5x plus 3x, 8x plus 6x, 8 plus 9, 14 plus 1, 15x. So like terms 15x we have, and 25 minus 20 is equal to 5, 5 plus 10 is equal to 15. So that is equal to 360 degrees. So 15x is equal to, if you subtract 15 from right side after transposing, we will get 360 minus 10, 50 minus 5 is equal to 45. So 345. X is equal to, so 15 2s are 30, 15 3s are 45. So 23 degrees. We will get x value 23 degrees. We can calculate all the 4 angles. Now I am calculating here. First angle is equal to 5x. So that is equal to 5 into 23 is equal to 5 3s are 15, 1 carry, 5 2s are 10, 115 degrees. And similarly second angle is equal to, so what is the second angle? 3x plus 10. 3 into x value 23 plus 10. So 3 into 23 is equal to 69 plus 10, which is equal to 79 degrees. So second angle also done. Now we have to calculate third angle. So measure of the third angle is equal to 6x minus 20. 6 into x value 23 minus 20. So 6 3s are 18, 1 carry, 6 2s are 12, 13, 138 minus 20 is equal to 128. Sorry, 118. Because 38 minus 20 is equal to 18, 118 degrees. And the fourth angle I am calculating here. Fourth angle, measure of the fourth angle is equal to x plus 25. So that is equal to 23 plus 25, we get 48. So sum of all the 4 angles also will get 360. Anyway, 4 angles he is asking, 4 angles we calculated. Next, question number 8. ABCD is a trapezium. You know very well, AB and CD, one pair of sides are parallel, and so these two are oblique sides. AD and BC are non-parallel sides. And if you consider AD as a transversal, like this, so AD as transversal, so these are called same side interior angles of a transversal. So they are always 180 degrees. Sum of these two angles 180.